Okay, this is Summer Wrestling number 8, and this week is IWA Mid-South week. And back in December of last year, IWA Mid-South put out their top 18 matches of all time for free on YouTube, and a lot of them I'd never seen before. So you better believe I took advantage of that and used like a lot of those videos this week for my Summer Wrestling. All these matches this week came from the IWA Mid-South top 18 list they put on YouTube. And I quick word about IWA Mid-South. I discovered them on CM Punk's documentary. Everybody knows CM Punk worked Ring of Honor before he did WWE, but I didn't know he did IWA Mid-South. I never even heard of that company, and they showed like highlights of his match against Chris Hero in that Tables Ladders match. Like, holy crap! So I just that's how I discovered IWA Mid-South. To try to find those matches. He had another like 90-minute match against Chris Hero. I think those two matches, the tables ladder match and the 90-minute match, are part of IWA Mid-South's top 18 matches of all time. I think the 90-minute match is like number 3 in the countdown, which you probably should put number 1. I thought, and number 1 was the tables ladders match. And I've already reviewed one of those matches in the top in my summer wrestling already. It was Samoa Joe versus Necro Butcher, which is currently my number 1 match. So that came from this list. So here's like some more matches from that list, and let's get right into it now. First match I saw, it was Kongo Kong versus Dynamite Danny Cannon from Derby Madness, May 1st, 2014. Kind of recent match, usually from last year. And reason why I picked this match is because I've seen Kongo Kong wrestle like a few months ago, and he's like really good. He's this big guy. He's probably like 6'8" or something. He looks huge. He's like, imagine Umaga, but like 5 inches taller. I mean, he looks like it's probably the closest. I mean, I don't know. He looks kind of like the Big Show or something. I don't know what his actual size is, but he's like just a huge guy. And I don't know if Danny Cannon is like really short, but my God, like Kong and just like so much bigger than Danny Cannon's match. So that's why I want to pick this match. I want to see another Kong match. I think he's in Global Force Wrestling now. But Danny Cannon, never even heard of this guy, and he really impressed me. This guy can really work. I don't know who to compare him to, but he really he's high energy, high cardio. He was like moving really fast. He can do like flips and stuff. He really good at like he knows dive, and he's doing like stomps and off the top rope, and he was doing like good kicks and stuff. I mean, this guy can do a lot of stuff. I don't know who to compare him to. I don't know if I want to compare him to like Evan Bourne or something, but he surprised me how. I was just thinking like Danny Cannon, never heard this guy. He's probably not that good, and he was really impressive. I want to see more Danny Cannon matches now. He has one spot in the match where he goes a suicide dive on the Kong, gets up, slides back in the ring, dives again, gets up, goes back in the ring, dives again. He does like 3 in a row. It's like, how the hell do you do that without getting tired? I mean, each time looked as good as the first. I mean, he did not like look tired at all doing those. It's incredible. And this was actually a really good match. I don't want to talk too much about this, but you have 3.5 stars, and really it was a good big man versus little man match where Kong should probably kill him in 2 seconds, but Danny Cannon keeps staying in the match, and they did it in a way it was believable too, where Danny Cannon would this is the best way to do it. Danny Cannon had to fight so hard just to get Kong on the one knee. I mean, and worked so hard just to get him on the ground. So they did a good job making it look like it's not supposed to be easy to get a guy on the ground. You shouldn't be able to just kick a guy and he falls over. And he did everything he could to get the guy just to get down on one knee. So they really did a good job making it look realistic, and the finish was realistic looking too. So overall, really good match. I'm gonna check this out. 3.5 stars. All these matches you just search for them and you can probably find them. Next match, Jonathan Grisham, guy I've seen a little bit before. He's a pretty good guy. Versus Tyler Black, you might know him as Steph Rollins. and this is from A Taste of Hardcore Sweetness from May 16, 2010. 4 stars. Good match. Can't remember some details about this match. Just good stuff. Good moves. Fell a little bit short of 4 stars, but overall it was a really good match. Next match I saw Toby Klein versus Necro Butcher from King of the Deathmatch in August 1st, 2003. Very disappointing. It was a 6-minute match, but I read like this is like one of the most entertaining 6-minute matches you'll see, and really it wasn't really that great. Really, I mean it went by really quick, and like I didn't see anything that really stood out. That was really impressive. They wrote something in the script on YouTube about this is the match with the VCR spot, and I think I remember seeing him throw a VCR at Necro Butcher, Toby Klein, and if that was the spot they're referring to, it wasn't really that special. It was just him like grabbing a VCR from the ring because it was a fans bring the weapons match, so I guess somebody brought VCR for the match, and then all he does is just chucks a VCR and Necro Butcher, and it wasn't a bad spot, but it was like nothing like really memorable, just him trying to VCR at somebody. But I don't know, but basically there's no good spots in the match or a good bump. It's just some blood, but mostly them bleeding out from your arms because they're like beating each other with like light tubes, and I don't mind like death matches, but it's gotta be entertaining. I mean, anybody can just hit a guy with a light tube. I mean, good for them for actually like putting their bodies on like that. Like I wouldn't want to get my body all scarred up like that. So good for them for that. But really, there was no like really cool bumps. Maybe there's one good bump I think, but really it's just them hitting each other with like light tubes, and anybody can do that. So I give 3 stars. That might be a little bit generous, but some people would higher than that. But I'll go with 3. Next match, there's 2 Toby Klein versus Necro Butcher matches. I just watched both of them. This was the next year, also King of the Death match. I think both of these matches were like first round matches. These weren't even final. They weren't even the final round or anything. This was a little bit better. This was like longer, about maybe 15 minutes, and it was better like pace. I guess I don't know. It was not just there's weapons in this match too, but it was not just them like hitting each other weapons. Like there's some actually good like really good bumps, and I think Necro Butcher pulled out like a moonsault at one point at Hesitors, and then you got Dave Prazak and CM Punk in the commentary for this match, where the previous match was like no commentary, which kind of threw me off. Sometimes no commentary can really hurt a match, and that time it did. This time, Kevin Punk and Prazak doing commentary helped the match, made it a little more. It wasn't like their best effort. I thought it would be a little bit more funnier, but still pretty entertaining. And I just give 3 of 4 stars. One of my favorite matches of the week, I think. And the next match was awesome. Low Key versus Necro Butcher from We're No Joke, April 1st, 2006. Get April 1st. We're No Joke. Took me a while to realize that. This match, oh man, unbelievable. Loki versus Necro Butcher. I think this match was number 10 on their list, so I was wondering, was it gonna really be that good? Because I thought this match was a good match on paper, and man, this match was really good. I mean, for a long time, this match looks like a real like brawl, like 2 guys just like brawling for real. Like it looked like a real fight, and they look like they're really like hitting each other. Like this looked really stiff, a lot of stiff punches and kicks, and the crowd was really into it. This match like never slowed down at all. This was like a match like there's not many slow spots or spots where I got bored. I was pretty much like focused at all time watching the match and really got into it. And they had nice spots with tables and stuff and some really good like stiff spots. And I thought this whole match was like really good. And it was just one of those matches where you how can I say it? Sometimes you're watching a match and you're kind of into it, but then you start like fading off and start getting distracted by something. Not this match. This is one of those matches where I'm just really like locked in and just watching everything and really, they were just doing everything right. I felt, and so didn't quite go 4.5, but I went as high as possible 4 stars, 4 star rating as possible. Like really good match. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, sometimes it's like a 22-minute match. Sometimes you want to like say, okay, when's the fans get this match over with? This was the opposite. This was I just want to keep going and going. When you have a match where you just want to keep going and never stop, that's when you know you got a good match. This was at, there's another match on here that I just was thinking okay, just get this match over with. That's coming up later, but this match wasn't that. This match just didn't want to see the finish. I thought it was hoping Necro Butcher or I'm not gonna say the finish or low key with a kick out of the final spot, and they didn't. So okay, next man, moving on. Samoa Joe versus Chris Hero. Shout out Southern Comfort, May 29, 2004. I gave it a 4-star match. I thought. I want to see a little bit more from these guys. I thought it ended too quickly. And I think this match wasn't really that great, but had just enough good spots, and the crowd was really hot for this match. I mean, some dueling "Let's Go Joe, Let's Go Hero" chanted are really loud. It made 200 fans sound like 2,000 fans. I think they mentioned in the commentary. We got Dave Prazak on his commentary. Got him. He's great, and just an awesome matchup. Samoa Joe versus Chris Hero. I think they said it was the first time ever these two had a match together. His old match too. It was the oldest match. Well, second oldest match I think on this week. And man, what a great match. I thought it could be a little better, but the crowd just carried it, made it better than it probably was. And just the atmosphere, that's a big match. Samoa Joe versus Chris Hero's match I would like to see sometime. So good stuff there. Then my last match, this match I hype hope for. I was hoping this might be better than a Chris Hero Samoa Joe match. This was Chris Hero versus Reed Bentley, some guy I never heard of. It was a KO or knockout match, or KO or submission match. And I think Adam Cole versus Kyle Riley in Ring of Honor from Found Battle, 2012 or something, was KO or submission. So that match worked out pretty good. I liked it a lot. So I thought this match, my nose itches. So I thought this match had a good chance of being good too. And this match I could not get into, where a stipulation kind of hurt a lot, where a lot of, Chris Hero, Reed Bentley would knock the guy out. Turned like a last minute standing match, but like a bad last minute standing match where you're just guys on the ground, you're waiting, he's refereeing 10 count, and he gets up 8, and then he knocks out again. The referee's counting, gets up 8, and some submission holds, and it gets the rope, and some striking. And this match, I had a hard time. Man, my nose really itches. Well, sorry. Okay. I had a hard time really getting into this match at all. This is the match I was talking about that I just wanted to end. I'll just end this match already, please. I guess the ending was okay. It got really good, kind of better at the end, but really, it was really pretty good in the first couple minutes. After that, it just got slow, and I just didn't want to watch anymore. Which is very disappointing because I thought this match would be pretty good. So I can give 3 1/4 stars. Still not a bad match rating, but kind of disappointing. Thought it would be at least 4 stars, maybe. So that's it for some matches. Top 5 matches. Let's go. Number 5, Kong versus Danny Cannon, 3.5 stars. 4, Grisham versus Tyler Black, 3 3/4 stars. Barely being the Tyler Black matches, Toby Klein versus Necro Butcher from King of Deathmatch 2004, the one with commentary. That's 3 3/4 stars. Number 2, Samoa Joe versus Chris Hero, Shadow of Southern Comfort, May 29, 2004. That's 4 stars. Number 1 match of the week, Loki versus Necro Butcher from We're No Joke, April 1st, 2006, 4 1/4 stars. And top 5 matches this summer. Guess what? It changed this week. And number 5 is one of the matches from this week. It's Loki versus Necro Butcher, We're No Joke, April 1st, 2006, 4 1/4 stars. So that's the new match in the top 5. Then we got the top 4 is the same. Kevin Steen and Steve Corino versus El Generico and Colt Cabana. Ring of Honor, Bitter Friends, Different Enemies 2, April 4th. April 24th, 2010, 4.5 stars. El Generico and Ricochet versus Kevin Steen and Tozawa, also weekend 8, night 1, May 27, 2011, 4.5 stars. D. Richards versus Michael Elgin, Ring of Honor Showdown in the Sun, day 2, March 31st, 2012, 4.5 stars. And number 1 match this summer, Samoa Joe versus Necro Butcher, IWA Mid-South, something improved, June 11, 2005. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't know if it's gonna last for the whole rest of the summer. But we got 2 Necro Butcher matches in the top 5. How that happened, I have no idea. But trust me, you think there's no way Necro Butcher deserves to have 2 top 5 matches this summer? I mean, both those matches on YouTube, watch them. I mean, they're really good. And if I'm wrong, I don't know, I disagree. But thanks for watching, and have another video next week. Bye.